Welcome to Ask Save My Cents, a YouTube money advice column where I take random internet strangers' personal finance questions and I answer them from the point of view of a nationally recognized personal finance expert. Today, we're going to take another post from the very popular Reddit forum AITA, and today's title is AITA, My Girlfriend Has No Say in Who Rents Out My Rooms. Here's a copy of the post. I'm going to also summarize it as you can read along. So we don't know who the ages of the people involved are, but it sounds like this is probably somebody who is sort of well established because the poster has a home of his own, and it also sounds like the girlfriend has kids. So I'm guessing these are probably people at least in their 30s, if not 40s. The dispute here is that the guy has been discussing having his girlfriend move in to his home, but the guy also wants to be able to rent out 1 or 2 rooms in his home, particularly during the summer, to other renters, and he doesn't really care whether these renters are going to be men or women. And it sounds like his girlfriend is uncomfortable if the renter is going to be a female. The conflict here is that the guy thinks that his girlfriend needs to trust him and that he will take care of this. He'll have a contract, and there's really nothing to worry about because it sounds like he thinks that she is afraid that he's going to be cheating on her. And he also argues that because she's not his wife, she does not have any legal say in how he chooses to manage his home. I think this is an interesting AITA post because I can actually see both sides of this argument. And I think one is a question of valuing a home as a relationship building place, and the other is a question of evaluating a home as an income generating asset. So you can quickly guess who I'm assigning to each of the values. Basically, the girlfriend sees the home that she's going to live in with her significant other as an emotional dwelling. For her, it's emotional that she would be moving in with a partner. And for that, she needs to feel safe, secure. She needs to feel that her partner's committed. And she doesn't really want to invite other people into her private life. I think that's a very valid point. And it's also something that applies to most married couples. Most married couples I know these days do not have housemates outside of their children and maybe parents or in-laws. The boyfriend, on the other hand, sees his home more as the income generating asset. He thinks that it's totally fine and within his right to rent out 1 or 2 rooms, especially during the summer, to make some extra income. He's thinking about his home less so as a place of privacy or a safe space, and much more as an asset that he can monetize to make more money. And he is technically not wrong. Because the two of them are dating and not married, it is true that the girlfriend does not have a legal say in what the guy chooses to do with his house. But this is not really a legal dispute in a relationship, right? This is actually two people not seeing eye to eye financially on something as significant as a dwelling that they're going to share together. So how would I go about this? Well, first of all, I think both of them need to realize that this is actually the core of their argument, that one is seeing it as an emotional argument, safety argument, and the other person is seeing it as a financial argument. I mean, one very easy solution is for them not to live together until they're married. Obviously, I think in modern days, a lot of people would probably disagree with me on this. I come from a very religious background where I'm like, hey, no, that can happen, but a lot of people wouldn't want to do that. The other option that he could explore that I think is actually a neat compromise is that he rents out the entire house altogether because he wants to make money from this house. And then the two of them rent a smaller place that only fits the two of them if they want to see if they're compatible enough to live together. And then should this living together work out and they decide that they want to get married, then the two of them can discuss, okay, what's really the purpose of this piece of real estate that you have. Should they move back in and she be okay with him renting it out again, but she also has a claim on the income he makes? Or is the decision that he continues to rent out this home, make the income that he wants from it, and the two of them together save up and buy a different home that would be private and would just be for the two of them? Who knows? I think that this is actually, I understand that emotionally it's not a good argument for them to have at this point in their 4-year relationship, but I think it's really, really important to use this argument as an opening point to a much larger discussion about their view towards finances when dating versus married, because it's best that they bring it now than later. So, hey, if you happen to be the person who made this post and you see this, I wish you lots of luck. I think you both need to listen to each other, hear each other out, and I think that there is a place for compromise, but only if it's acceptable to both of you. Good luck. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Save My Cents, and check out all the other content that I have available.